All right, Shalom. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakdash. Double honors to the elders of the apostles of GMS Great Millstone. All right, coming at you with a video here. All right, this is somewhat of a, I guess, breaking news. All right, you can see from the Washington Post, it reads, IRS wants to scan your face. All right, this is what they're gonna start doing now. From here on out. It says, starting this summer, you will need to provide a video of your face to access the agency website. It's major expansion of the use of facial recognition software by the government. Millions of Americans will soon have to scan their faces to access the IRS tax accounts. One of the government's biggest expansions yet of the facial recognition software in people's everyday lives. All right, so we know what they're doing here. All right, you see what they're trying to do now. All right, trying to get people used to this. All right, with this facial recognition. All right, with this type of technology to usher in the MOTB. Okay, this is all connected to the MOTB. All right. Continuing, it says taxpayers will still be able to file their returns the old-fashioned way. By this summer, anyone wanting to access their records, including details about child tax credits, payment plans, or tax transcripts on the IRS website, will be required to record a video of their face with their computer or smartphone and send it to the private contractor ID.me to confirm their identity. About 70 million Americans who have filed for unemployment insurances, pandemic assistance grants, child tax credit payments, or other services have already been scanned by the McLean VA-based company, which says its clients list includes 540 companies, 30 states, including California, Florida, New York, and Texas, and 10 federal agencies, including Social Security, Labor, and Veterans Affairs. But ID.me's $86 million contract with the IRS has alarmed researchers and privacy advocates who say the worry about how Americans' facial images and personal data will be safeguarded in years to come. There is no federal law regulating how the data can be used or shared. And a reason why they want to do this too, obviously is connected to the MOTB, is that they want to have your information in the cloud. All right. So when they get ready to introduce that MOTB, all right, it's already all programmed into your MOTB, so they won't have to start from scratch or anything. It's all they have to do is just upload it to the MOTB and you're good to go. Okay, you're gonna be connected to the internet. Okay, this is why Esau is pushing hard for his 5G. All right, and so on and so forth. All right, they want you connected. All right, to the internet. All right, the Internet of Things. Okay, they want you one with machine. All right, Android. They want to make you an Android basically. Okay, where you're controlled by the wicked elite. Okay, by the globalists, by the international bankers. Okay, they want to control you. Okay, all your information will be stored on that tiny little grain of that looks like the size of a grain of a rice. All right. The MOTB. I'm gonna try not to say certain words because my channel might get clipped, but I'm gonna try to keep it as YouTube friendly as possible. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And we all know that the IRS has nothing to do with the government. That's a privately owned company. All right. That's owned by the international bankers. All right. Namely Rothschilds and so on and so forth. Okay, so we know what they're doing here. Okay, the system itself also has drawing complaints. Some people have reported frustrating glitches and hours-long delays that have kept them from important benefits, and researchers have argued the company has overstated the abilities of a face scanning technology that could wrongfully flag people as frauds. Jermaine D. Scott, senior counsel of the Electrical Privacy Information Center, a researcher group in Washington, said the IRS outsourcing of identity checks to a private company could weaken the public's ability to know how information is being used, especially because no federal laws govern how facial recognition should work nationwide. You go from a government agency that at least has some obligation under the Privacy Act and other laws to a third party where there's a lack of transparency and understanding, and the potential risks go up, Scott said. We haven't even gone to the step of putting regulations in place and deciding if facial recognition should even be used like this, he added. We're just skipping right to the use of technology that has clearly been shown to be dangerous and has issues with accuracy, disproportionation, Slovakia, for my reading. Yeah, I believe pretty long word to say. Disproportionate, disproportionate impact privacies and civil liberties. The IRS said in a statement that ID.me services will create a better user experience, which is bullshit, all right? But you know what their true purpose is? To get people used to this, so when they get ready to introduce that MOTB, you're good to go. You won't have a problem. And that it takes any reports of iniquities in service seriously. Federal records show that Treasury entered into the 2-year contract covering ID.me software and maintenance last summer. The IRS couldn't say what percentage of taxpayers have used the agency websites, but internal data show it's one of the federal government's most viewed websites with more than 1.9 billion visits last year. The agency received more than 169 million tax returns last year, most of which were filed online. To verify one identities, ID.me requires scans of person's face as well as copies of identifying paperwork such as a driver's license, government issued ID, or utility bill. You see, and with this MOTB, you won't have to do any of that. All you gotta do is just all your information is gonna be on that chip, all right? And all you gotta do is just wave your hand, all right, on the reader, all right, or however they have it. All you gotta do is just wave your hand, all right? That's why they're doing this, to collect everyone's information on the cloud before they bring out the MOTB. They want to have everyone's information on that cloud system, okay? So when they get ready to introduce the MOTB, all they gotta do is put the information on your MOTB, and you know you're good to go, man. You know. The company then uses facial recognition software to assess whether a person's video, selfie, and official photo match. If the system flags an issue, the person will have to join a live video call with one of the company's trusted referees, who then ask them to hold up physical copies of personal documents such as a passport, birth certificate, or health insurance card. You see, and that's all too much work when you could just put all that information on the MOTB, you know? But they're doing this. This is how ESOL works, gradualism, okay? Slowly introduces it to you, but having to have a video call with somebody just to see if it's actually you. See, they're not going to need that when the MOTB comes out, all right? There's not going to be no, that's a burden, all right? That's too much work. Why do all that when you could just have it on the MOTB, right? That's what ESOL wants, okay? But again, this is all gradualism. They're introducing this to the people, all right? People already have iPhones. Myself, I have an iPhone that requires Face ID, or you could use the PIN, you know. But the Face ID is more convenient because it's quick. It saves you more seconds than punching in a code, you know. But we all know what the agenda is at the end of the day, all right? It's to bring out the MOTB, this new world order, which the new world order includes the MOTB, all right? Making everybody a permanent slave to the international bankers, okay? If the system flags an issue, the person will have to join a live video call with one of the... Yeah, I read that. The company's privacy policy says it can use people-sensitive or personally identifiable information to cooperate with the law enforcement activities and Blake Hall, IDME's co-founder and chief executive, said the company alerts its government clients when it detects clear cases of identity theft or fraud. Okay, this is a really long article. I'm just gonna stop it there. But we all get the point of what's getting ready to what they're getting ready to do, what they're getting ready to introduce. But they're doing it in a gradualism way, where people are not gonna take notice. But there's people that already know what the game is, what's going on. Okay, but this is mostly more for the people that's in the dark that don't know what the hell is going on. Okay, they might look at this like a convenience, which is not a convenience. It's convenient for the international bankers in the long run for their ultimate goal at the end, which is to chip everybody. All right, because the scripture says he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in the forehead. Okay, and that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the mark, on the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Paraphrasing it, okay. Which we know what that is. That's the MOTB. All right. The mark of the beast. Okay. Which is that RFID chip. Okay. That they really want to introduce already, but they're gradually throwing little pieces there and then to the public to slowly introduce it to them, so they can gradually accept it piece by piece, okay, until they fully show it out. But that's all I got on this. So get ready. If you want to access your documents for IRS, you're gonna have to use this facial recognition soon. All right. Now you'll still be able to file your taxes regularly, through paper or through online. But if you want to access your information, you're gonna have to use your facial recognition, which makes no sense, man, because you can do that shit online. But we know what the goal is, why they're doing this. Okay, it's to introduce the MOTB real soon. But with that, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kakudash, double honors to the apostles of GMS Great Millstone. Shalom, blessings to the elect out there. Blessings to you and your family, your children. Shalom.